the salmon that we're trying to help, I often refer to them as family. That's how, and I tend to get emotional about it as well because I take it very seriously. If we don't do something now to protect and conserve what little salmon we have left, one day there's not going to be any.
And sad to say, we tell our kids what the salmon run used to be like here. It's only a story now. But you know, in the future here, it's going to come back and now we're going to say the way it used to be, now it's back. You know, which is a problem for everybody to solve.
I was at one of my meetings, fish planning, and they talked about the Fraser is warming up to near lethal levels for salmon. Well, I can't do nothing about that, at least. But then I thought, well, maybe I can. And if everybody does it, go in their backyards, wherever they are, throughout the whole watershed, go out and plant some trees like this stuff here and create some shade. It'll keep it a little bit cooler, so that much more cool water will be going into the Fraser. And maybe it'll be the 1 degree that enables those fish to live. How this project in the pit started, we got a call from a friend up there that there was a landslide on Blue Creek. Blue Creek is a Chinook spawning creek.
I actually warned the loggers there was a culvert, and I told them your culvert's getting plugged, you need to fix it. And the heavy rains are coming, and they basically laughed at me and said, you don't know what you're talking about, it's fine. And sure enough, the big flood came and it blocked the culvert right up and took the whole road out, went down the road, and then went through the forest and took massive amounts of gravel and put it into the best Chinook spawning habitat we have up here, and basically destroyed the whole bottom end of it. And it was Ian and them that came in and got the funding and repaired it and put it back to basically where it is, and the salmon are back in there spawning again.
So I mean, salmon are known as a keystone species, and a lot of the habitats they're in, they provide a lot of nutrients both directly to animals in the system and also to the plant life around here. And again, it's a major, both cultural and economic, important species to the First Nations that are around here. Without salmon in the habitat, you'll notice declines in overall habitat health. And again, to the First Nations communities that rely on these, they need a place where these fish can come back to spawn and increase in number and provide the opportunity for them to harvest and maintain that food security, and also maintain the overall habitat quality of the surrounding environment. And what we're looking to do is basically come up here and restore, repair and maintain a lot of the important tributaries that are vital to a lot of the lower Fraser salmon stocks, which are currently in a pretty perilous state of crisis.
We only took what we needed throughout history, and there was always enough. But it's a different world today, and we have to work together to keep it sustainable.
The key to this project in particular is the fact that this is Indigenous-led.
So Indigenous-led conservation is really about understanding the nation as the right holders to the land, and they're recognizing and respecting their sovereignty. So it's about how do we support them, how do we be in service of their goals on the land.
All of our insights and approval come from Rick Bailey and his team at Katzie Council, and we don't do anything in this area without the approval of the nation, because this is still the unceded traditional territory of Katzie First Nation, and we're guests here.
Everybody can make a difference. An individual person, a group, a community, recreational fishermen, commercial fishermen, native fishermen, everybody can contribute. No matter how small, that little effort may be the effort that can save salmon.
It was encouraging to me, you know, when I talk to the young ones. You know, I'll tell them I visited the upper pit, and I saw the pit lake sockeye up there. And we're ever so grateful for the work that everybody does. Everybody that's participated in what's happening back there.
You know, people might think this is a little project, but it's very meaningful. It's not just a little project. It'll ensure health of our salmon coming back. And for that, I say thank you